welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you for stopping by. I'm not really sure why I'm sitting like this, but I'm gonna go with it. Today I thought I would make a what I eat in a day video. I always like to share recipes, and hopefully you're inspired to try some of these or do some modifications and make them suit your taste preferences. These recipes give me lots of energy. I went for a run this morning and I don't know, they just make me feel really good, so hopefully they make you feel good too. Alright, so for breakfast I'm gonna make some oatmeal. I like to heat the water up in the kettle first before I put it in the pot so it's hot when I have it in there, and then I put it on a low heat. I use half a cup of oats to 1 cup water. You can use milk if you like to, but I just like the water because I think it's easy to heat up in the kettle. And then you stir that around, let it simmer on a low heat, and now let's move on to toppings. Okay, so for toppings I like to put fruit. Today I've had some strawberries. There's a cool snap at it, and then this is me showing you what my worms are gonna eat versus what I'm gonna eat.
What are you gonna eat in a day? Senior advanced 5-in-1 support, some kibble, some CBD. Yay, Philly!
Alright, that was my roommate's dog, Felipe, and she was having breakfast at the same time I was, so I wanted to film her. Now we're gonna put the oatmeal into a bowl, and I'll show you what else I put on top of it. I like to do some almonds or some nuts of some kind, some peanut butter, and then I do some chocolate chips, vegan chocolate chips. Next is like a little hemp chia seed mix that I get at like the health food store, and then I'm gonna add the berries. There's a couple that missed the bowl, but that's okay, they're gonna go back in. And then I like to put a couple scoops of brown sugar on top too. Now I'm gonna mix it all together, and it's like this delicious chocolate, fruity, warm goodness. This is me eating my oatmeal and staring off into the distance of my backyard. I was thinking pretty existentially this morning and just kind of wondering why I exist and what my purpose is in life. You know, just some like light breakfast thoughts. No, but in all seriousness, if you've been thinking this way too, you're not alone, and we're in this together. I've been really liking matcha recently, so I decided to make some after my run. I like to strain it through a little strainer to make it not so clumpy, and then I pour not quite boiling water on it, but hot water, and then I put some brown sugar in it and some almond milk as well. Hello, it's Carly from the intro. Hello, it's Carly from the intro. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm gonna be making some vegan pesto for lunch. I went on a run earlier and I want to replenish the carbohydrates, if that's how that works. I don't really know. I'm using the recipe from the Minimalist Baker's website, and I've made it before. It's super good. So yes. First, I'm going to put some pasta on the stove. Water on the stove. I like to put the water in the kettle to heat it up because it's like easier than doing it on the stove, I think. Next, basil, a lemon. Too bad I don't have 3, I can kind of juggle. Almost. Okay, these are my roommates. I don't want to drop them. Lemon. The lick of gar. Olive oil. Pine nuts. Nutritional yeast. Salt. I believe that's it. Let me double check. Yeah, okay, let me get out the blender. Next you want to get your food process. Next you want to have your food processor blender. What are we putting in the pasta? Good question. I'm gonna make some broccoli and some Gardein vegan chicken nuggies because I want to cash in my GGP. Good girl points. Wow, another snap edit. So cool, so fun. In case you were wondering where the broccoli stem is, it's right here, and I'm gonna cut this up and feed it to my worms. But not right now because they eat every like 2 weeks or so. So I'm gonna chop this up, put it in the composting bin, and maybe I will make a what I feed my worms every 2 weeks video, but maybe not. Let me know down below if you want that. Okay. And if you're like, Carly, I didn't know you had worms. I do. I have about 750 of them that live in a bin. It's probably less. But they eat the kitchen scraps and they make good soil, and this spring I want to pop off in my garden, so yeah, it like made me kind of dizzy. Alright, so for the broccoli I'm gonna drizzle it in olive oil and then add some salt and pepper, and I'm cooking it on the same sheet as the tendies, but I'm just gonna take it out a little bit earlier once it's done. Next, we are going to set the oven to 430 for the crispy tendies. The water is boiled, so I'm gonna get a pot and put that on the stove. And pour the hot water in. For the pasta, I'm using little bow ties because I think they're cute, and also this is the box that I have open. Alright, let's make the actual pesto now. We need 2 cups of packed basil, and I'm just gonna use all of this, I think, because if anything, I'll just have some extra pesto, and who doesn't want that? Here we have the 2 cups packed pesto. I think it's a bit more than 2 cups, but I'm not sure, it's not packed, so we'll see. Now we're doing pine nuts, 3 tablespoons, 3 cloves of garlic. We got the garlic in there. Now I'm gonna squeeze half a lemon. In the recipe, I think it says 2 tablespoons, but I did half a lemon last time I made this and it was yummy, so I'm just gonna do that. Worms don't like citrus, so I'm not gonna give them this lemon. 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. There's not a ton left, so I think I'm just gonna use the rest. 3 to 4 tablespoons of nooch. I'm just gonna eyeball this. 3 to 6 tablespoons of water. A couple pinches of salt. Now let's blend it. And here we have the finished product. I drained the pasta and then put it back in the pot and then poured some of the pesto over it. And the rest of the pesto, or the resto, I put in the fridge. And here's the meal with the tendies and broccoli. I love this meal, it's so good. I hope you try it. And for a little snack I had later, I had some black licorice and a hibiscus tea while I worked on some school stuff. Okay, so for dinner I'm gonna make some fries and soup. So this is me just cutting up the potato into fry-sized pieces. And then I'm going to take them, put them into a bowl, and then I'm gonna add some vegetable oil. Usually I use olive oil, but I was out at this time, so I just use veggie oil. And yeah, put some salt and pepper on there, and then I put it in the oven for like 30 minutes. Okay, so for the soup, I'm just doing a lentil vegetable soup from Amy's Kitchen. They have a lot of yummy like vegan soups and stuff like that, and it's just like a quick and easy meal, so yeah, I like to have that sometimes, and it's good with the fries too, so. And this is my dinner. I had a side of ketchup as well, and it was really yummy. Okay, for dessert I had these chocolate chip cookies. I got them at the health food store. They remind me of like Famous Amos chocolate chip cookies, and I like to have them with some almond milk. Hello, it's currently 10:08 and I thought the cookies and milk was gonna be the last thing I ate today, but I'm actually still hungry. So I'm gonna make some popcorn. I think it's because I ran like 5.5 miles today. So yeah, I think my body just wants more food, so I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm going to watch some how-to videos on how to beat the Path of Pain in Hollow Knight because I am stuck. Okay, so for the popcorn, we are going to start out with some vegetable oil in a large pot, and then we're going to turn that up to the highest heat so it gets nice and hot. And then we add the kernels, just kind of eyeball it to make sure there's enough oil for the kernels, if that makes sense. And then you put a lid on that. And I'm gonna grab some Earth Balance vegan butter to put in when the kernels start popping. It gives it some good flavor. Alright, and so for the spices on top, we're gonna use some nutritional yeast, obviously very, very yummy on popcorn. And then we're gonna use this like vegan cheese seasoning that my roommate got me for Christmas. It's really good. Yeah, it's just like a dairy-free cheesy flavor, which is really yummy on the popcorn, so I'm gonna add some of that too. And then I am just gonna add some salt and pepper and mix it around and enjoy.